The day is July 2nd, 1982. It's a clear day in Los Angeles. You walk outside, you look up into the sky, and you see this little blip. It's too small to be a plane, it's not a helicopter. It's a dude named Larry Walters. And Larry's been dedicating his life to this voyage ever since he got denied from serving in the Air Force. He's always wanted to achieve this goal, and today he's going to set the unofficial world record for the highest balloon flight. But he's not in a hot air balloon. He's in a lawn chair, tied to a bunch of weather balloons, and he's sitting at 16,000 feet above the ground. This was not supposed to happen. But first, let's talk about his plan. What exactly his plan was for today? Well, according to the Tony Long article, Up, Up, and Away with 42 Balloons, he was trying to take off from his girlfriend's backyard in San Pedro, California, cross a range of mountains, and then land in the Mojave Desert. That's about 60 miles, and his target altitude was about 6,000 feet. His aircraft, which he called the Inspiration 1, consisted of a lawn chair that he bought at Sears for $110, 35 one-gallon water jugs that he tied to said chair, and 42 helium-filled weather balloons, about yay wide. Let's go to his inventory. He's got a BB gun, a camera, a 2-liter of Coke, a sandwich, PB&J, if anyone's wondering, a parachute, good idea, an altimeter, a CB radio to talk to his girlfriend on the ground, and a life jacket. I want to remind everyone that he is trying to land in the desert. So him having a life jacket kind of shows that he understands that this is a horrible idea. So obviously, this plan is foolproof. So how does it go wrong? Well, let's start at the beginning of his flight with his ground crew, his girlfriend Carol and his friend Ron. Larry is tethered to Ron's car about 10 feet above the ground, but then the ropes that are attaching Larry to the car snap, and he shoots up at over 1,000 feet per minute, and his glasses fall off his face. According to the George Plimpton 1998 article, The Man in the Flying Lawn Chair. In 5 minutes, he reaches his target altitude of 6,000 feet above the ground, and he tries to brake. His braking system, by the way, is him taking his BB pistol and shooting out the weather balloons. Very smart. But then he drops the BB pistol over a mile down to the ground. So he levels off at about 16,000 feet, so he's at the mercy of the wind. So he could still make it to the Mojave Desert. So let's see how this goes. Remember, he starts right here. He's trying to get over there. And he doesn't even come close. Over an hour, he starts to descend. He loses contact with Carol on the ground, and he is getting called on his radio by every air traffic controller in the area. He said that 16,000 feet above the ground, it was so beautiful that he forgot to take a picture. He's one of the only people with this uninhibited bird's eye view of the Earth. According to the aforementioned George Plimpton article, Larry said, quote, "This was something personal. I wanted only the memory of it. That was vivid enough," end quote. So, how did he land? Well, he landed in a neighborhood in Long Beach, California. His balloons hit the electric towers, and the whole neighborhood was out of power for a couple hours. He nearly died himself because his chair was only a few feet from hitting the power lines. But he gets out of his chair, walks away completely unharmed, and he just gives his chair just to some kid, just some random Long Beach kid. He's then arrested, he gets some jail time, but they don't punish him for a while, mainly because this has never happened before. They don't know how to punish him. How do you punish a guy who flew 16,000 feet in a lawn chair? It's never happened before. And Larry's pretty careless about the situation, just spending some time in jail, just giving his chair away. Mainly because, I mean, he's completed his life's dream. He's had this idea since he was 13 when he walked into an army surplus store and saw these weather balloons. And he made it his life goal, and then he completed it. Larry has since passed, but his story will always be an example of wanting something so bad and only be able to think about it for years and stopping at nothing to get it done. I'd like to end by sharing a conversation that was found by the journalist Mark Berry. It was a conversation between Larry Walters and one of the FAA operators who was talking to him over CB radio. Larry says, the balloons are 7 feet in diameter and I have about 35 of them left. And the operator is quiet for a very long time. And then he says, did you say you have a cluster of 35 balloons? And Larry doesn't try to explain himself to the world below him. He just says, just please tell Carol I love her and I'm doing fine. Thank you.